Hello, everybody. Welcome to this, what's going to be a great Doug webinar. We've got a bunch of folks on with us today to talk about some pretty cool topics around partner solution designations and incentives, and how they're evolving and how they're being used. So I think we're really excited to share this information with you today. We got a lot of response, so we're giving folks some time to jump in. So just stay patient with us. We'll get started here in just a second. If you have questions, the Q&A is open, the chat's open, so we'll be watching those. So go ahead and pop any questions in the chat, and we'll be answering those either in chat or we'll have some time afterwards, hopefully, to get to some of the questions live with the presenters. We can read those forward. Again, just giving everybody a little bit of a chance to get in. Had some good response, so maybe just a few more minutes, we'll get started. Maybe just one more minute, and then we'll get started here. Again, I'm really excited to share some great content here with you all today. As folks are coming in, just a little housekeeping. Just remember in the chat to keep it respectful and respect everybody in the chat. And again, if you have any questions, please pop them in there and let us know, what kind of questions come up as you're watching this presentation. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Let's do this thing. I've got a lot of great content to get to. Thank you again for joining us for this Doug and Microsoft webinar. I'm just going to go through a couple of quick slides here, some housekeeping. You can see the agenda. Going to go through some Doug stuff, some exciting stuff upcoming here. And then we're going to get to Sanju talking about solution designations and incentives. And then Scott's going to join us from Endeavor to talk about how he's using some of these things and how he's navigated this. And then Lauren's going to be with us to also talk about some go-to-market strategy and some other resources from Microsoft. So that's kind of the quick agenda piece for us that's going to guide us through this webinar today. If you haven't been to a Doug webinar before, you don't know about Dynamics User Group, we've been doing this for a long time as an online resource. It's our 30-year anniversary, which is pretty exciting. We've got a lot of great resources. If you haven't, connect with us at dynamicsusergroup.com. I've got a couple of resources out there that are really, really exciting. I would love for you to check out. In my opinion, the YouTube channel is one of the best for education. We've got meetups, opportunities across the country here in the States as well as internationally, which is awesome. Just popping up everywhere. So you can see some upcoming regional opportunities that we've got. So these are like mini conferences. Think of them as, multi-track, full day networking opportunities coming up in Canada, in the Rocky Mountains where I am, Ohio Valley, Texas, and the Southeast, as well as super exciting to see us going international. So we'll be in Africa and in Europe later this year. So a lot of exciting stuff happening from a community standpoint and getting more and more in tune with local efforts out there. And then the big event, which is happening in Chicago just in about a month, a little less than a month from now, we've got our conference, DynamicsCon, happening in Chicago. If you haven't already registered, I've got a special code for you just that's good for today and a few days after. So take advantage of this 50% off registration if you haven't registered already, or if you know somebody that's waiting, share it out for them. We'd be excited to have you with us in Chicago. And with that, there's a couple of polls out there. Jump on board and let us know what you're thinking about. Get your questions out there. And I'm going to turn it over to Sanju to kick us off on what we're all really here to talk about, which is Microsoft designations and specializations, as well as incentives, which are just, if you're a partner, you need to know these things. So really excited to have Sanju with us. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, thank you. Bobby, I just saw a message come in saying no sounds, but I'm assuming that everyone can hear us and that the sound's coming through fine. Awesome, great. Folks, I'm Sanju. I lead our BizApps partner marketing for our US and Canadian partners. I will touch upon two critical aspects of our Microsoft go-to-market strategy. First is the designations and specializations piece, which I am sure most of you are aware of, might have some questions, how to get them, etc., etc. We will touch upon that. And the second one that I'm going to do, that I'm going to run through are our BizApps funded engagements, right? So these are essentially workshops. These are offerings that we have created for you so that you can take these to your customers, earn those incentives, and in the process, make sure that you are helping your customer transform themselves. Let me now go to the next slide, because before we get into designations and specializations, I want to quickly touch upon our Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program. Now, I'm sure most of you have again heard of the MAI CPP. What this program is, it's a portfolio of tools, resources, offerings that we have brought to you so that it helps you meet your evolving customer opportunities. Right, you get access to an extensive, large partner ecosystem as well, who are also in the same pursuit of delivering solutions for their customers. And again, through the program, through the MEI CPP program, we have some incentives, we have some investments that we have made in and for you, right? So that you can go and have those customer conversations. The two critical components of the MEI CPP, our only partner program here, are your designations and specializations. Right, I've had partners reach out to me, who have kind of, I think they were also confused between the difference in these. So let me first touch upon what are our solutions partner designations. This is across all solution areas, right? So you have your Microsoft partner designation for all our solution areas, but of course, this is the BizApps focus session. I will be touching upon BizApps, right? So the designation, once you earn the partner designation, right, this is your greatest opportunity to scale, to meet your customer needs, to showcase your capabilities, right? So essentially what we have, what we are trying to do here is give you that opportunity so that you can go and pretty much tell to the whole world, your prospects, your customers, that yes, you have the capabilities that are required to excel within this solution area, right? And once you earn the designation, and how you get to that, we will cover as well. But once you earn the designation, you unlock a lot of benefits, right? So there are these go-to-market incentives. There might be some custom campaigns that you might have access to once you earn the designation. You will see a lot of these, marketing collaterals that we have built, even assets that can help you with your pre-sales, with your pursuit, all good things that are unlocked once you earn the designation. And again, once you have that badge, right, you're pretty much going to market with that badge saying, hey, we are a BizApps designated partner, right? So that kind of builds the customer confidence as well that you would truly appreciate. How do you attain the solutions partner designation? Now, this is uh, let's call it the partner capability score, right? So this framework to the modeling of the score, it gives you the flexibility to demonstrate first the knowledge that you have, that you are aware of how to go to market, how to build solutions, etc. within the solution area. It also gives you an opportunity to pretty much bring those what you have learned to use as well. So there are three components, right? There are three aspects to the scoring. First is performance, and performance is measured by the net new customer ads that you bring, right? So that's pretty much what performance leads to. The second one being skilling. So this category, it verifies and demonstrates your commitment, right? Your partner commitment, saying how many of your team members have the required advanced certifications or even the intermediate certifications, right? So how many of them are skilled and certified within that workload, right? So that's something that skilling attributes to. And finally, the third category, which is customer success, that is measured by usage growth and your deployments. Right. So you have 100 points that you can earn, but to earn a BizApps designation, what you need is 70. Right now, this is a very busy slide, and like Bobby, I don't know if Bobby mentioned, but we will share these slides with you. Uh, all these slides will have some links that you can go in and pretty much get more information on. But I just want to flash the slide. This is busy, but you need to know how do we get to that 70 or 100, right? So first and foremost, look at that left-hand side, the first column right there. Those are the categories that we just saw. So we have performance, skilling, and customer success, right? So out of the 100 points that you can earn, 15 comes from the performance. And if you are an SMB partner or if you're an enterprise partner, you might want to look at one of those two columns because the thresholds are obviously different for each. So you have 15 points that you can max out on with your customer ads, and then you have 35 big points that you can earn through the skilling category. Now, this in all the partner conversations that I've had, I keep emphasizing on this piece. This is your lowest hanging fruit, right? Because skilling is your partner team, right? You don't really need a lot of those external connects, right? So I mean, make sure that your folks who are certified share that with you and with us, right? So that you get those points. So 35 points, I think, should be definitely bagged by you, right? You should not leave any of those points on the table. And then there are 50 points that are aligned with the customer success piece. So you have 20 coming in from the deployments aspect subcategory, and then the usage growth has another 30. So for that, you have your monthly consumption value metrics that I've called out on that slide. But make sure that you understand this math. I have seen a lot of our partners who, so your say your admin or your MCI champ, let's call the person who handles all these things at your organization, the MCI champ. That person needs to keep an eye, on the scoring and make sure that which category needs to be dialed up, right? So I have the link there as well. So make sure that you go and get immersed into the scoring framework as well. Now, why do we ask you to get your designations, right? There are benefits, of course. Uh, First things first, like I said, you earn that badge. And of course, when you go to market or when you are in your sales process, when you're competing with other partners who have that badge, right? You don't want to lose out on that. So that badge brings that confidence. You're telling your customers that, hey, we are a trusted partner with our BizApps workloads, and we have earned the designation. So that's number one. A lot of our, if you co-sell with Microsoft, right? So if you've had conversations with our sellers, or if you've had that interaction with the field, you will see that a lot of our this becomes like a validation metric, right? For our teams as well, saying, hey, has the partner earned the designation? Because that's pretty much a conversation starter. So it helps you with all your co-sell, Microsoft co-sell initiatives. And also, like I said, there are a lot of these go-to-market assets that you will get access to once you earn that designation. There might be some custom campaigns that are only eligible for partners who are today BizApps designated partners, right? So that's that. The one example that I would want to highlight or call out here is, which you will again hear from me in the second part of my presentation, is around the BizApps funded engagements, right? So all those incentives, the workshops that we have put in place, you need to have a partner designation in order to be pitching those or leveraging those incentives. So that becomes like this is a prerequisite for a lot of those go-to-market and core workload-based incentives as well. You do get some product benefits, right? Once you unlock the designation, you have those licensees, etc., that you will get access to. And finally, like from say, think of Level Up, think of these enablement resources that you will unlock, right? A ton of them once you have earned the designation, right? There will be boot camps that will be shared with you, which are probably open to only partners who have earned the designation. So a lot of benefits. Net net, I think that this is required for a partner. Please go and make sure that you either, if you haven't yet earned it, through the slides that I shared, I have links in each of those slides. See what needs to be done. Make sure that you have those CPOR, make sure that you get those skilling track back to your organization and earn those designations. One thing that I wanted to also share. So this is there are a lot of these questions that I get from some of the partners saying, hey, our renewal date is coming up. What is valid, what's not, etc., etc. So first things first, if you are a partner who doesn't have a BizApps designation today, right? You would say, and if you say that, hey, you know what, I want to earn my designation, say on 15th of August, if that's the date that you target, then you have a window of the that month plus 5 months prior, which means if you're targeting 15th of August as the date to earn your specialization, you have an eligible window from March 15th to August 15th, right? Now, I'll tell you what changed here, right? Earlier, like up until I think FY24, we had we required partners to be at 70 for one whole month in that eligible window. Now, what we have done is we have kind of made it a little, easier for you. We haven't lowered the bar at all, but we have made it easier for you by saying not 1 month, you just need to have 70 points for one day in that across that eligible window, right? Which means uh, between 15th of March and 15th of August, if you've had 70 points, even just for one day, you are automatically you would have you're eligible for applying or earning your designation. So that's for folks who don't have a designation. Now let's come to partners who have a designation and you have your renewal coming up, right? So things can go up, go down. Uh, Same principle applies for partners renewal as well, but with a quick, just one small caveat. If your, I'll take the same example. So if your renewal is 15th of August, if that's your renewal date, your eligibility is going to be the month of your renewal, which is right up until 31st of August, and 6 months, like plus 5 months, which is March. So the start of that month. So the whole month, March 1st to August 31st, will be your eligibility window. Now, here's the good part. So, for instance, if you've had 70 points for even one day across those 6 months, you're eligible to renew, right? So, in case if say come 15th August, even if you are not, if you don't have 70 at, on the 15th of August, right? If you're not at 70, if you're at 65, but if you've had met 70 for one day, right in that window, you will still be eligible for renewal. So that in my conversation with a lot of partners, that really helps. And the partners were like, "Yep, this is really helpful," and they were able to claim renew their designation. So just make sure that you are aware of your eligibility window. Keep your eyes open. The date hits 70. Just go for it. So that's all about the eligibility. Let me also quickly touch upon our ISVs, right? We understand that for you to win, each partner, for you to succeed, it's pretty much what's needed is unique to your own business, right? So while all of this is very SI centric, like designations, etc., I also want to call out that for ISVs who are building IPs, who are building software solutions, we have some resources. We have some programs such as the Founders Hub or even ISV Success, right? So Founders Hub is pretty much for the folks who don't know. I don't know if we have ISVs on the call, but folks, if you haven't heard of the Founders Hub, that's where you go in, you test, learn about the Microsoft products, right? You get some access to some product benefits, etc. Know more about the products, and then ISP Success is where we it's designed to help partners develop those IPs, those software solutions, right? So we help you with publishing them, reviewing the architecture, and all those good things. So you will have access to a lot of these powerful development tools, one-to-one technical consultations, architecture review, and whatnot, right? So those are the offers slash programs that you can be a part of and avail. And then just like how we have designations for our SIs, I would request partners, ISVs, to go and earn the certified software designation. Now that is at your software solution level, right? So yeah, go earn those because those are only built for ISVs. So I think I just want to share this with you folks because we haven't it's not just that SIs benefit, but even for ISVs we have these programs and offers that you can leverage. That was the designations piece. I will now come to the specializations, right? So again, left and right, you have your designations and specializations. Now, what are specializations, right? I would call the specializations as your double click into your solution area, right? So once, say, for instance, you have told the world that, hey, you know what, I'm a great BizApps partner. I've earned the BizApps partner designation badge. What next, right? So are you a CE partner? Are you a partner who's great at ERP? Do you focus solely on Power Platform, right? What is that? Or are you an SMB focused partner, right? What is your focus there? What's the double click into BizApps that you would want to also show, to your customers, to the prospects, to the world, which would differentiate you further, right, from your competition? So that's where specialization comes in. The scoring for specializations is on the same principles across performance, which is your customer ads, skilling, and your usage, right? Customer success, which is usage and deployment. So it's the same scoring framework with one addition, that is you need to have an offer, you need to have an offering, you need to have a solution that you have published on the app source within that specific workload that you will be going in and earning the specialization for, right? So again, with the specialization, you gain access to a lot of these, unique product benefits, offerings that we have created to help you with your go-to-market efforts as well. And one such example, again, I can call out is if you are aware of our BizApps funded engagements, there is this one offering one workshop called, your low code vision value, right? So which is across, which is for your, which is Copilot. I'm sorry, the studio Copilot vision value, which pretty much brings in that power of AI to your customers. For that workshop, for you to qualify for that workshop, you need to have a low code specialization, right? So the reason why we have these specializations put in as a requirement for some of these is because uh, the customer requirements are also changing, right? So as they keep evolving, we'll have to make some slight tweaks to our programs. And I would request for every partner, as a key takeaway here is, first and foremost, if you are a BizApps partner, right, make sure that you have your BizApps designation, the partner designation. That's number one. That has to be the first thing that you make sure you have. And then once you have that, make sure that you look at your practice, your focus area, and have those specializations achieved as well. And that's again, like I said, the scoring is the same. The principle, the scoring framework is the same. So you don't really have to do anything else, because you would have earned those scaling points, right? Or even if you have deployed a specific workload, your customer success, right, or even the performance, the customer ad would be towards that. So you would automatically qualify for that specialization. Now, this, just like how you have your designation across solution areas, specialization is also across solution areas. But we are going to, of course, focus, like I said, we are going to focus on biz apps. So the core Dynamics 365 workloads, the core product specializations would be your sales, service, you have finance, supply chain, you have low code, and then you have your SMB focused small and mid-sized business management specialization, which is pretty much business central, right? So those are your core workloads. And then you also have intelligent automation, right, that cuts across, I think it was on the digital and app innovation, right? It sits there too. So these are the eight, specializations that you can achieve. Um, there are a lot of partners who cut across multiple. They have, earned, almost all of these actually. A lot of partners have earned. So make sure that if you have a practice, right, if you have a practice within any of these workloads, just ensure that you have the specialization as well. And the benefits for this, again, it is the same, right? You again show up with that specialization for your workload. Customers look at you as a highly differentiated partner because you've earned that specialization. When you look at prioritization, right? So you're listing on the app source, right? There are things that will get prioritized because you have earned that specialization. And even if you were to co-sell with us, right, our field, the Microsoft sellers, or anyone that you speak with, the moment you tell them that, hey, we are a specialized, low code specialized partner, there you go. That's validated by us. It brings you all the more credits, credibility, right? So that's something that you should definitely look at as well. And then, like I said, I mean, you get product benefits. You're able to showcase, what you are really good at, and pretty much bring that focus, into your workload demonstration as well. Now, when we look at the four core Dynamics specializations, which is sales, service, finance, and supply chain across CE and ERP. We made some tweaks, some changes, which has again made things a little easy for our partners for FY25. So if you look at the FY25 column, right across knowledge and performance, we have kind of made it a little easy for you to go and achieve those, right? So instead of 15, you have now just 5 role-based certifications that you have to achieve, etc. Right? So those are the across, like I said, across the same principles of deployment, which is your usage, the customer success, your MCV, which is your usage and skilling. There are these thresholds that have been changed so that you can get these specializations a little sooner. So make sure that you are you take full advantage of these. If you don't have those certifications, right, make sure that your team gets them now so that you can go and lock in and earn that specialization as well. You have all that link there. Again, you will get these slides so you can go through it, but just have your team go through all these the content. One key announcement that was made last week is that, again, this is coming in because of all the feedback that we had received from our partners, right? So there were some partners who said, hey, listen, we didn't sell to the customer. There was a modern work partner who transacted, but we are the partners who are, we are the ones who are deploying the solution, right? So now what we have done is we've made a change, right? So there is this new model which will now provide dual partner recognition, right? Which means it will support, say, both the modern work and the BizApps partner in this joint go-to-market effort, right? So what it does is it kind of aims to streamline your customer acquisition and ensure that all the partners will receive credit, for their contributions for that customer, right? And this will definitely help you to earn that BizApps partner designation because this will work towards your score as well. So yeah, there is that link. You can go read more on how to do it. It's like it follows the same CPOR steps. It takes 5 minutes for you to get that dual recognition going. But again, that link will have all the information that you can go and learn more about this. I think there's also a demo that's being worked upon very soon in case if you want like a visual walkthrough of how this needs to be done, that will be uploaded as well. So yeah, so make sure that you're aware of this, your team knows, right? Hopefully this is good news. So it's not just the modern work transacting partner, it's also you in case if you have deployed a solution at the customer. If you have any questions, there are 2 links on this slide, and I wanted to use this whole slide to just show 2 links because it's that important. If you need any support, right, regarding your score, a lot of these partners that I've spoken with, again, in the initial phase, they had to go in making sure that their certifications are reflected, that their customer ads are reflected, etc., etc. Our partner center support is designed to help you to do exactly that, right? So make sure that you go in, you create that ticket, and they will help you out with any information that you need. If you're stuck somewhere, if you think that, hey, this is not showing up, I need to be at this score, why is this happening, etc., go ask them and they will help you, right? There might be cycles that they will have with you, saying there might be some back and forth, but it's because they need that information. But I have seen 100% support coming in from our partner center tickets, right? So that is what, even if you say, if you're a managed partner, if you're talking to a PDM, they will also tell you the same thing, right? So make sure that you go in and create that ticket and have that have that support from a partner center. Scott, you have a question?
Yeah, I just want to jump in quick, just so all those people on the line know, if you're live in today's presentation, you can click on links in the presentation. Teams now allows you to click on links inside of PowerPoints that are shared. So click on it now and then you can bookmark it. It's definitely a worthwhile resource.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Scott. And then we do have some documentation, which is on our Learn platform. Folks, they have listed everything there. Like, there are steps how to go in. If it's CPOR, how to do that. If you have any questions regarding your attributions, how do you change those? So make sure that at least the person who is on point in your team to own the MCI process, make sure that that person gets to go through all these documents, because this will really help in making sure that you understand and get all the points towards your designation and specialization. So there is this one link that you will see probably more than once on our slides, which is our BizApps Transform portal. That is where all the work that we do here, right, across go-to-market, practice building, skilling, everything that we create, we put that onto that one portal, which is ak.ms/BizAppsTransform, right? So I would request you to bookmark this because this has everything across solution plays, right, within BizApps. You have all the content that you need. There is some phenomenal training content that we have created as well, and those links are on your right hand side. That would include your on-demand trainings, anything trainings that we have scheduled, right, which might be instructor-led sessions as well. Some of them might be open to only partners who have designations, hence that's the reason why I say go earn the designations as well. So some resources that I want to leave with you, and like I said, you will get these slides. So, but do bookmark the first one that I've called out. That is pretty much like the helpline, right? So, and one quick plug. So tomorrow so there is this partner insider call that we host, and that's where all the BizApps Americas team, we come together, we share our top of mind updates. Every call, it's like a 60-minute call that happens every month, and every call will have a topic. So tomorrow we will be discussing migrations, for instance, right? So how to go in, tackle customer objections, how to pretty much pitch that value prop, right, of the cloud. And then you will also hear from some other partners who are crushing it with migrations, and they will share the best practices that they have seen, right, pretty much giving back to the community. So that's the topic for tomorrow. But then it's a monthly call. I would request you to at least register for the one tomorrow. And then we will be sharing the next one, which is the May 8th topic and agenda on the call again, which is tomorrow. So register, and I would love to see all of you there. This is where now I would probably segue into our BizApps funded engagements right now. So what this is, first and foremost, I'm assuming that you have either heard of our BizApps funded engagements, or you have at least, or you are pretty much deep in, which means you're making those claims, you're bringing these workshops to the customers, right? So this is our offering that we have created to help you and your customers, right, advance their BizApps journey. So while you can see this on the screen, right, these are your workshops, right, that we request you to pitch to your customers so that you can accelerate your time to close the opportunity with these funded engagements, right? So this includes both your pre-sales, your post-sales workshops, and you can use these to nurture qualified leads, increase deployments in case, and drive consumption in case of your post-sales workshops. And these standardized engagements, they provide guidance for and best practices for meeting your customers where they are in the sales cycle, right? So what we have done here is we have created these sessions for you, and you will see those templatized formats as well. So it's pretty much plug and play, right? So all the hard work has been done here. We know that you're working really hard. So Microsoft teams have gone in and have created these resources that can pretty much help you in your in your pursuit. So across solution plays, right? So if you look at say ERP, I'll just take the Business Central as an example, which is scale business operations, right? So you have your pre-sales offers, which is your needs assessment and migration assessment. Uh, every customer, every partner that we speak with, they club offers, right? Because you can stack these offers. So for instance, if you were to pursue a Business Central lead, right, you would start that conversation with an assessment, and you would club both the needs as well as a migration assessment into one. And by pitching that to the customer at that pre-sales phase, you have made $5,000 in incentive, right? So while it's a dollar incentive for you, imagine you are going to the customer saying, "Hey, we are one of those top partners who can bring these assessments to you free of cost," and these are Microsoft created assessments, right? So there is a lot of value in there, and like I said, we have these workshops and assessments across work solution plays, across workloads. Some of them are fixed fees, some of them are they are variable, and which we will get to as well in a minute. But I just want to call out that across your sales process, the spectrum, you have the option of maximizing the incentives that are available to you, earn those dollars, earn those incentives. And again, as you pitch these to the customer, right, it brings value to both you and the customer. And most importantly, it adds credibility to the partner because you're pitching it as such, right? Saying, hey, we are eligible for running these Microsoft assessments, right, for you for no cost. The ones that you see which are kind of grayed out are the workshops that have today hit capacity. So we are not accepting any new nominations there. But if you've already put one in, don't be alarmed because we will honor them, right? But there are no more of claims that you can make, new claims that you can make across those those three workshops. Scott.
Just wanted to add on to all those on the line. Think of all these incentives as similar to your health benefits that you have for your personal salary. Like we get margin from Microsoft, similar as you get salary and commissions in your day-to-day job. But there's also that 401k top up, the RRSP contribution, your healthcare plan. Maybe your company pays to say, you can get a gym membership. We'll pay for that. You still have to do the work. You still have to show up to those meetings. You still have to host these. But if you think of the total compensation, it really adds a lot of additional value for things that is sort of a best practice you should be doing anyways. And Microsoft's helping encourage us to do it right.
Awesome.
I stole that from my later presentation, Sanju, but it now was just the perfect time.
No, feel free. Every time I see your hand raised, I know there's something coming in, some gold words coming in. So please continue to do that. So yeah, again, like Scott said, I mean, we have made investments in these workshops to help you, right? And we did hear from you. We have taken feedback from our partners. So the one thing which goes to my previous part of the presentation, you need to be a BizApps designated partner to qualify for these workshops, right? So that's the one thing that I would want to emphasize on. So first things first, that's the reason why we started with that. Make sure that you have earned your designation, and then so that you're you're eligible for claiming these workshops. And for the Copilot Studio vision and value, remember, like I said, the Copilot track, you need to have low code specialization for that. So that's the one workshop wherein you will need to have a low code specialization too. But the rest of those workloads across BC, ERP, CE, etc., you just need to be a BizApps designated partner, solutions designated partner. You heard from us, right? The value. This is something that will help you with your customer wins, right? That's what we are seeing. So when we started these workshops, right, which was last year or sometime before that as well. I mean, we kind of saw that, hey, there are partners who are now able to, uh, you know, make that relation as well, saying, hey, if there are these many opportunities, and if we have plugged these workshops, right, based on their capacity constraints. If they are able to plug these workshops into, X amount of opportunities, they see that improved win rate. And, there is no official number, but what we had seen, like, again, I know this is being recorded, but off the records, we had seen around 36% improvement in win rates, right? So that's what our partners have come back with, saying, hey, do not take these away. We want more of investment being made into these workshops because it's really helping us close the opportunity, right? And it helps you accelerate that deal as well. Because what you're doing is you're pretty much showing the customer a ready roadmap, right, of sorts, saying, hey, this is what we can bring to you. This is how it would look, right? These are your gaps. Everything is pretty much ready for you. It's the templates are ready. You need to just go in and execute those with your customers. And some of these, like your needs assessment, is like a single day engagement, right? So it's not that heavy lift as well. And by doing so, you're pretty much aligned with the Microsoft go-to-market and courses strategy as well. And guess what? If you were to work with any of our sellers, very soon you will hear from them as well, saying, "Hey, have you pitched the relevant workload, the relevant workshop to the customer?" Because that will very soon be that's going to be very soon something that even our sellers will actively be discussing with our customers on. So you don't want to be a partner who has kind of left that on the table and has not pitched it. Again, with our post sales, just like how you have your pre-sales workshops, which will help you accelerate that opportunity, our post sales workshops will help you increase consumption and deployment. The one big thing, and that's the reason why I put that right in the middle, is, like I said, these are stackable, right? So you would want to club these together so that you make the maximum benefit, right, from these workshops. Now, if you look at how does this help your customer, first and foremost, like I said, I mean, it gives you the opportunity to help your customer envision what can this specific workload or these apps do for their business, right? And that's something that I think will help in the longer run. It will the sessions that we have are so well done and tailored that you really don't your customers get to see the art of the possible. They get to see all the good transformation that they can have, and most importantly, right, your customer sees you and Microsoft as the guiding light here, right? So that I think that holds a lot of value, and you pretty much your customers will also be able to see a quicker ROI once they get to see the end to end of what these assessments can do to them, and the value that they can add to their business. In terms of our partner eligibility, I think we've already discussed this, but I just want to call that out for our low code, for our Copilot piece and low code. You need to be you need to have that specialization. And again, for our partner designation, like for everything else, you need to have your BizApps partner designation as well. Now, again, I'm not going to drain these slides because I think, Scott, keep me honest, like how much time do we have? Kind of lost track of time.
Lots of time. Bobby, how would you chime in?
I'd say, yeah, we're just at the 50-minute mark, so we've got another 40 minutes.
Okay, all right, okay. So, so I don't have to rush, but I will try and keep I'll try and wrap it up as soon as possible. So, in terms of our customer qualification, number one, if you're looking at your pre-sales and variable rate engagements, workshops that you saw on that slide, make sure that you work with your Microsoft opportunity account owner, right? Because you will need an MSX ID, and that ID needs to be active, open. The ID needs to contain a TPID, and most importantly, the one thing I would want to call out is the ACV here is the 12-month license value, right? So it's a license. It's the amount to Microsoft and not the partner services, the partner opportunity value. Right, so those are some things that you would want to look at, and that will be a 12-month license value, not just limiting to the FY25 amount. Right, so for your, like I said, for your pre-sales and variable rate engagements, make sure that you have those MSX opportunity IDs ready. For your fixed fee engagements, however, if you are looking at needs assessment, which was your BC, your low code, etc., all you need to do is you need to have a tenant ID. Right, so you go to your MCI, and put your tenant ID and you claim the customer. In case of a post sales like a BC migration fixed fee assessment, you also would require the TPID. And we've had some of the partners who did not know what that TPID was, the top parent ID. There is a form there. You just have to go click that form, request for your customer's TPID, and it will be shared with you. Right, so that's how you go in, enter your TPID, and you claim the customer. Now, there have been instances where after you do all of that, and now it's kind of real. I would call them outliers now, right? I don't see that anymore, but still, if for whatever reason, if you still see your customer who is supposedly eligible, but they don't show up for any of these assessments, there is a form right there. You just have to click on that form and just pretty much submit the form saying, hey, I have a customer. There you go. Right, they need to be eligible, but they're not showing up, and you will get support within I think it's 48 hours now. So you will see that they will be added if they are eligible. Again, I've just taken some more scenarios. So if, for instance, if you still are not finding that your customer has been added or eligible, or if it's taking time, go create a quick ticket. They will be able to help you there. If you are missing your MSX opportunity ID, like I said, you need MSX opportunity IDs. So if you're missing that, there we have the form there as well. And for TPID, especially for your BC migrations and your postal engagements, you can just submit that form and get the customer TPID. Folks who have not used Partner Center support, I think most of you would have. This is how it looks. I just want to make sure that you see that complete experience here. Get used to creating tickets, because they are there to help you. When I say get used to, I don't intend that that the system will break. No, I just want you to be comfortable using tickets. Right, so there might be. I mean, it takes like I think 2 days. Within 2 days, they will be. That's the turnaround time on those tickets. A quick view into what this engagement looks like, right? So if you look at from left to right, I'm assuming that all of you are enrolled in MCI, so I'm not going to touch upon stage 0. But the first step here is that you go in and you claim the customer. Once you have claimed the customer, you have 30 days to send this customer consent email. That is a very crucial step. What I would request you to do is, as you start your conversation with your customer, right at that pre-sales phase, if it's your BDR team, your pre-sales team, whoever's handling that, having that conversation with your customer, and you're about to pitch the workshop, make sure that you tell them that, hey, there will be an email that will be sent to you, and I'll show you what that email looks like as well. Tell them that there will be an email that will come your way. We need your consent, without which we won't be able to start this free assessment for you. Right, so just make sure that you have their attention then and there, so that you can send the customer consent and they give you that consent, right? And that's where the that's when the clock starts. So you have 30 days to get that done, right? Get that customer consent from the date of claiming the customer. Once you have your customer consent, you will have 3 months, right, to execute and submit your POA, which is, I've never heard any partner come back saying, I need more time, right? So you have enough and more time to run that workshop, to upload that POE. And guess what? For all the POE, like we have templates created, and I will take you through those links real quick. So it's just like a ready template for you. Take your learnings, put them in, submit for the POE, submit the POE for approval. And then once you submit that, you will have, it takes 30 days max for our team to approve it. In case if they have any questions, they will reach out to you for sure. And then once it's approved within 45 days, that's the usual MCA cycle, you get the payment, right? So I am not going to touch upon each of these stages, but I just want to let you know that it's there on the slide, right, in this presentation. So you will be able to see exactly what to do with links, right? The step-by-step guidebook saying that, okay, this is how you get this going across each of those stages, right? And this is a customer consent email that I was talking about. And the reason why I highlight this and call this out over and over again is because this is a learning from my partners that I have heard saying, hey, what happens is when we send that customer consent, our team kind of forgets about it. The customer, of course, forgets about it, and it's there in their inbox. And then the 30 days pass by, and then we are like, oh my God, we have to send it back. Right. So make sure that you tell your customers right at the first step that there will be a customer consent email sent out. This is exactly how the customer consent email looks like. So that you can tell them that, as well, saying that, hey, the subject line will be this. This is what you have to do. Click on, confirm, and that should pretty much get the ball rolling. The POE, how to submit the POE, we have again step-by-step process here. How you got to upload your invoice, of course, upload the POE template, and then there are two more steps needed for you to end this. And I'm sorry, I didn't call these steps out. First one is you have to send a customer survey as well, saying how did this go? Was it good, helpful, etc. And then you have to send yourself the partner survey, and that pretty much wraps up the entire funded engagement claim process from your end. And then it's on to the Microsoft team to go through the POE validation. They will approve it. If they have any questions, they will reach out to you. Right, saying, hey, we need some help here. And if you have that come in, if you have the team reach out to you for more questions, for some more information, you will have another 30 days that may be added to your claim, right? So that you can respond. Again, like I said, it's a typical MCA payment cycle that this follows. Once again, this is how the customer survey looks. And that's on the left-hand side is what the customer consent email looks like, so that right, when you talk to your customer, tell them that this is how it'll show up. Payment details, I've added some slides, a busy slide, but I really just want to make sure that you see this. For pre-sales, we have our market rates, right? Of course, US, Canada will be market A. So the lower either that or the market rate into your number of delivery hours, or the 7.5% of your opportunity size, which is ACV to us, right? So whichever is lower is kind of the payout for pre-sales and the variable rate engagements. And if you look at the scenario, I told you, like, you have to club your opportunities. So for instance, if you take one example here, if it is an opportunity which involves, say, 135K worth of sales and another 83K worth of customer service licensees, then you can pitch both your CRM vision and value as well as your CRM tailored demo, right? So you make $24,000 on that single opportunity there. So make sure that, and I've just called out some of those example scenarios, but just make sure that you club these workshops, these engagements to maximize, the payout. And again, for fixed fee engagement, again, you would club them. So if you were to look at Business Central, I would definitely have 35 plus 1,500, right? So you have a $5,000 payout across the migration as well as need assessment, right? Of course, focusing just on market A right now. And then for the post-sales fixed fee, while the payouts are right there. The Business Central deployment again is not a variable; it's a fixed fee payout. We have those sizes, right? Like for instance, it depends on the license size. So you have your extra small, small, and medium tier tabling. And when you go to that link that I shared, you will get to see all of that. I didn't want to make the slide any busier than this. Some best practices, again, just calling out, uh, make sure that you have a funding owner assigned. This might be someone who understands the MCI, the partner center platform, and make sure that they are the ones who are putting in. Uh, Definitely check what all workshops or assessments are your customers eligible for, and depending on that, stack them, right? Club these workshops, like I said, maximize the payout uh, as soon as possible, right? As early as possible. Talk about these engagements. So this should pretty much be towards your left side of that sales journey. So your BDR, pre-sales, whoever, right? Whoever has that first hello with your customer, let them introduce these assessments, and that's where your customers will also see value. And then you have your POE guidelines. There are these templates that we have created. So make sure that you follow those deadlines and the guidelines so that you don't have to spin cycles going through the approval. I want to call out, before I hand it over to Scott to share some best practices that Endeavor had seen. I want to call out two things. One, this is a real screen grab from one of our partners who has made this a mandatory field right within their CRM. So what they're saying is, if you have an opportunity, have you pitched the Microsoft Fund engagement? If not, why? Right. So I mean that's the level of success that we are seeing through our partners, and we encourage these kind of best practices, of course. The one thing I want to call out is, of course, we will pay the folks who are delivering these workshops, right? So there is no subcontracting. You cannot pitch the same engagement to the same customer more than once, obviously. And then the customer validation itself, you need to make sure that the customer's email address is that, it is a valid customer. Uh, this is one more partner who pinged saying, "Hey, I would love to be a part of this session." I was like, "All right, why don't you share a quote?" And it's like validation to the fact that this really works, and there's a lot of value that our partners are seeing through our BizApps funded engagements that we have. Uh, I have put all the resources here, right? So like, remember I said there are these POE templates that you can go and leverage. These are easy snap-on templates ready to, just download them, go run your execution, put the learnings in there, right? So all these resources are on the slide, which is supposed to make everything easy for you. And then once again, Apps Transform, that is the website that you really, really want to bookmark because you have all the updates there. You make sure that you join our Partner Insider call tomorrow, register for it. You will see how these calls go. And, it's like a monthly thing. So we bring all our top of mind updates to you. And there's a lot of value that you can get from those calls as well. And with that, I think I hand it over to Scott. Scott, you might want to take control. And thanks, folks.
Great. There you go. I pressed the take control, and we're now in charge. Thanks so much, Sanju. That was great. It's fun watching all the links and all the journeys that we've gone through over the years. So everyone, Scott Jorgens at Endeavor, one of your peers, competitors, valued Microsoft partner. Just a little bit about us. We've been growing quite a bit over the years. A lot of it's through organic, also some merger and acquisitions. So purely CRM and Express Info. Express Info we just closed last month, and they brought an additional 180 Dynamics GP clients to our client base. and very few of those have been touched through the incentives program and doing the assessments. So we're very excited to be joining forces with them. Any of those on the line do want to join forces or have a book of business that you don't know how to service, talk to us, and maybe we can make a deal. Sanju showed this, and just, I'm going to take a little deeper dive in talking about the GP to Business Central migration assessments, which we've had a lot of success in, but there are a lot of funded engagements that are available. CRM and ERP, these vision workshops, most of them, when you see the larger dollar amounts, means it needs to be a larger annual contract value in US dollars based on the 12-month value for those clients. So they are, the larger, more important clients that Microsoft is investing in. At the scale business, there is an acknowledgement that these are fixed fee, and they are some of them are smaller clients, especially when you get into the Dynamics GP realm. So if you can jump through the hoops, become the business applications certified, and that's all the skilling for the individuals, which is basically your consultants, need to get certified and prove that they know what they're doing. Whether they know or not, they need to get the certifications and keep those, up to date. The points system that Sanju showed earlier goes up and down on a daily basis. So one consultant moves on to another organization, or their certification expires, or the certification that they took, that exam is no longer counted because it's a new exam and there's a new version, etc. So you're going up and down all the time, and there's a number of client ads and obviously the number of sales. So 12-month sales, you sold a big deal, and certain ads, say happens in March, then one day it may be up, one may be down. So it was really great when Sanju highlighted that it's just, for one day, as soon as you hit it, ding, 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 everything's green, and then you get to keep that certification, keep things moving forward. So just keep an eye on that as you move along. So I was invited to talk about the funded engagements, not to give away all our secret sauce, but really we've seen a lot of success in the needs analysis and the AIM assessments. So the AIM is Accelerate, Innovate, Move. That's really the core GP to Business Central assessment. And we put a little heart here with the ticket, the heartbeat in it. It really is creating a proper rhythm with your client base. If you haven't spoken to them in a number of years, this is a great excuse to say, let's get that lay of the land. What is your plan? Are you looking to stay on GP till the end of time? Are you looking to move this year, next year, the year after that? We are finding that those that are, for clients that are on Dynamics GP, they may have been on GP for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Odds are they've been to conferences. Odds are they've been added to mailing lists. So there are competitors, Sage and NetSuite, that are buying these lists using third-party tools to scrape LinkedIn, you name it, trying to figure out who is on GP, and then they're hammering them and spamming them with emails with incentives and offers. So I encourage you all to defend your accounts, and if you don't know how to, talk to us. Keep them in the Microsoft realm, and these AIM assessments are a great way to do it. The way we conduct ours is really, because it's paid, we put in more effort and actually bring in better resources than days gone by before the AIM program was out. It's not just a cheap sales analysis. It really is bringing in an intelligent consultant to talk about current state, make recommendations of future state, and do some of those mappings of here's what you have now, here's what it's going to look like. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be fixed price, but here's a general range on pricing, implementation, and training. And if we look at these, results speak. So the old way versus the new way, we are seeing faster pipeline, shorter sales cycles, less resistance to budgets. And that really means the client has been able to think about it, digest it, share the report internally, and see that number that you're putting in front of them. So then they can start asking, hey, for next year, the 2026 or 2027 budget, my 3-year plan, they have at least a foundation to start with that. It also creates an excitement and momentum. So there's a number of clients No, 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 I don't want to move. I love GP. I'm going to stay on it forever. We do the AIM assessment and they're like, oh, wow. Okay. I like going through this process. I can see the value. You know what? Put me on the list. Let's talk about it. We're going to do it in September. So it's triggering a lot of great opportunities. We've done over 100 in the last 12 months. About a third of them are in current pipeline. And of that pipeline, a third have already closed. So really great way to help further maintain that loyalty of your client base, keep them within your organization, keep them on Team Microsoft. And these funded assessments have been great. So thank you, Microsoft, for bringing up this idea, bringing up this concept. And as I mentioned earlier, this is part of the total comp. It's not just about margin. It's about this level of collaboration and taking advantage of these additional incentives. So once you're certified and are in the right place at the right time, this is a very profitable business. And we want to defend against those others that are in the market. Next, just as I wrap up, and we'll put over to some of the go-to-market resources. I used to use a screenshot here, so we can't click on these links because I didn't know if it was an old presentation or not. But there is specific marketing resources that are sort of, a tier within a tier within a tier. So whichever one of the incentives that you're looking at, and whether it be workshops, whether it be CRM, Power Apps, modern workforce, AI, there's always an extra level of how can Microsoft help you with marketing? How can Microsoft help with the pre-sales content? What are some different offers and promos to incent the client or incent you, and bringing all the pieces together? So just wanted to share that getting in and working with the Microsoft and obviously wiggling your way through Partner Center. There's a lot of gems that can be found and take advantage of them. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Lauren. Lauren, you can click on the little take control button and you're now in charge.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott. So appreciate your feedback and your experiences with our engagements there. I just want to say hello to everyone I haven't met. I'm seeing great representation across our partner community on the call today. And so I just want to say thank you for the time investment today, but also for the work that you're doing every day to drive growth in our Dynamics space. So very excited about the work you're doing. I will be at DynamicsCon. So if you're going to be there, I would love to meet folks face to face, and then specifically the partner marketing pre-day. I will be attending that as well. So if you have marketing folks there, I'd love to shake some hands and talk about go-to-market strategy with them. I work alongside Sanju in our go-to-market organization for GPS Americas. We work with partners every day, helping them build their go-to-market strategy. And the incentives and the designations and specializations are a key part of building that strategy. I do want to focus on some of the resources that we get asked about from our partners for all of it, the go-to-market, the sales readiness, the tech readiness. And really, it's this Dynamics Transform website that Sanju mentioned a few times. And I'd like to just do a quick demo of that site because, as you all know, there's a lot of Microsoft resources out there for you. And so if you can see my screen, hopefully if somebody can chime in if you guys can see this. Okay, great. I'm seeing you now, Scott, as well. So thank you. So this is the Transform site, and we have this site available for all solution areas. So that's the first thing I want to call out. If you're working across Azure and Dynamics as an example, you can take a look at all the resources for that specific solution area. Obviously, we're going to focus on D365 today. And then starting with the practice development area of the site. So you can see here it's by product. And so this is really like for partners, if you're a known ERP partner in the business, but you're really trying to build out your CE practice as an example, I just want to call out, we have some great resources around practice building. And so here you have some industry thought leadership from Forrester and Gartner that you can access. We also have some technical and sales readiness resources that you can access. And then the build your go-to-market plan resources, which are very customized for CE or for the product. So all of this is available out there to you. This is without a specialization or designation. So I just want you to be aware that you can go out, that's under practice development. Really start there if you're thinking about a new practice area. And then when you think about go to market, most of you are probably aware that we go to market by solution plays. This is where we align resources and content investments across the win formula at the play level. And so you can see the plays for FY25. We are in the midst of planning, and I will just say this is a website or portal that's owned by our worldwide organization. So as we have plays refresh for FY26, this is the place to go find your content. This is customer ready content that your sales team and your marketing team can go access. So I just want to click through quickly. If we go to accelerate revenue generation again, if we just kind of stay on the CE trend under go to market, you can see here, we've got the pitch decks directly that you can go access here. You do have to get logged in to access those. We have the generate demand resources. It's pointing to a campaign kit, and I'll talk about that on another slide that I have. And then the engagement. So specifically for CE, again, here we have the pre-sales engagements, the workshops that Sanju and Scott both talked about. We have sandbox licensing available. And at the very bottom, if you think going all the way across the win formula to adoption and deployment resources. And so you can see those at the bottom of the page here. So I'm going to scroll back up in case there's a delay, and just make sure you saw this is under go to market by solution play that you want to access these resources. Some of these will click through. For example, the campaign in a box will click through to the Partner Marketing Center, and I'll talk about that on a future slide. And that is where you'll get your marketing assets that your marketing team can go execute on. When you think about programs, we do have a lot of them that you can participate in. The program specifically that we talked about today would be the Getting Your Solution Designation, MAI CPP program, and then your specialization. So just want to call out those. You can click through and get more information, kind of a drill down from what Sanju talked about today there. And then for benefits and skilling, this is where you're going to find funded engagements. There's a lot of resources as we click through here, but this is where you're going to find the information around the customer eligibility and your partner eligibility to leverage these incentives. So the first thing on the right here you can see is the funded engagements guide. That's what I would encourage you to download along with the program updates. As you can see here, there's some updates highlighted for April. So as we have updates here, it's published in this program updates part of the guide. And then if you're thinking about leveraging incentives across solution areas, so you're thinking about not just the Dynamics, but the modern work incentives as an example, those would be in the MCI guide. This will include Dynamics as well, or biz apps, but these will have all of the incentives available to partners in one guide. And then the claims guide will give you more details about how to specifically do your claims in Partner Center. So want to make sure you have access. If you scroll down, some of these drill down resources on pre versus post sales are also available at the bottom of the page there. So again, that is benefits and skilling under funded engagements. That's the name of the incentives. So you'll see less in biz apps, at least naming of incentives, and really it's the biz apps funded engagement. So BAFE acronym. And then lastly on this site, I will just call out that we have Copilot Studio resources. So we definitely need to drive more activation around Copilot Studio. This is actually going to go to the Power Platform version of this page of the Transform website. But you can see here, there's some really good BDM versus TDM audience pitch decks that are customer ready that you can go access. There's also trainings around agents specifically. And again, we need more partner activation here. So I would encourage you to take a look and see what webinars and boot camps are coming up that are available to you. So now that I'm going to stop sharing. And if we have the deck pulled back up, do we have that or do I need to reshare that? Might need to reshare that deck if you guys give us just a second. Okay, so you should start to see the deck come through. I'm going to just highlight a couple other go-to-market resources, specifically as you're thinking about building out your marketing plan. All right. All right, so you should be able to see 3 pillars on this slide. And so this is our digital marketing content, the DMC website, and the Partner Marketing Center, which is our PMC. And then we have industry campaigns. So I want to call these out. So the Digital Marketing Center is one where you can actually execute a campaign using our tooling directly in our platform. And so this is great if you don't have in-house marketing resources, or if your in-house marketing resources are tied up on another solution area or another solution play focus, and you want to execute a campaign. And so you go out to this website. We have packaged campaigns. By week, we have content created. So there's social postings, there's blogs, there's ebooks that you can access, and you can self-select. Do you want to run the full campaign? And typically they're anywhere from 4 to 8 week campaigns, or do you want to pick and choose the certain weeks that you want to execute? You can upload target account lists, and then you'll see engagement on your campaign, and of course receive the leads from your campaign directly through our platform. So this is a great resource. You can customize all assets on your unique branding, right? So it's a joint Microsoft and partner message. And it's a great resource for you, again, either to scale your current marketing efforts, or if you aren't doing a lot of in-house marketing execution, to leverage this fully robust platform. The Partner Marketing Center is for partners that are really executing today well across different platforms, LinkedIn, Google. You have your blog on your website, and really you just want content at that solution play level. So the Partner Marketing Center is where you go download our assets by campaign. So it is at the play level. Again, you can customize with your unique branding, and then you have those downloaded, and then you can put those into your nurture streams or into your pipeline generation marketing campaigns. So I encourage you to take a look at those. The last one would just be the industry campaigns. When I think about go-to-market strategy for our BizApps partners, really it should be an industry first approach, whether it's driving our CE business or our ERP F&O business. And so there's some great content here. I will say these industry marketing campaigns are across solution areas, so they're not going to just be focused on BizApps. That's where your expertise comes in, right? You've got the expertise, either the IP or the services offerings, right, around our technology. And these industry campaigns can just help you align with our messaging specific to BizApps and really across solution areas, so that we're going to market with a consistent industry narrative. So hopefully these are helpful resources for you to access across the WIN formula. The last thing here is just upcoming calls. Sanju talked about the second one here, the BizApps Partner Insider Call. The first one I just want to mention is around the funded engagements. This is specific office hours for partners that are held monthly by our worldwide organization. I would say specifically think about tuning in the June, July timeframe, as the incentives probably will have updates as we go into FY26. The last thing I'll just say, again, back to industry, if you are thinking about building your industry strategy and want to hear about our industry narratives, our go-to-market organization hosts these partner knowledge exchange calls by industry for our priority industries listed here. And these, again, are monthly. And you can go back and you can look. We bring in experts in the industry alongside us at Microsoft for these calls, and you can go and watch on demand, or you can just kind of bookmark these for the upcoming months. And so we have these now listed for May, and then you can be on the lookout for these as we go into FY26. So again, thank you so much for your time. Hopefully the information today from Microsoft and from one of our partners, Scott, appreciate your time here, was really helpful. And we just, again, appreciate your time and look forward to seeing you at DynamicsCon next month. So I'll turn it back to Bobby.
Yeah, I echo that. Thank you all so much. It was really informative. A lot of great interaction in the chat, and a lot of folks on. I hopefully got a lot out of this. We'll have, I think, a number one question in there was, will we be getting the PowerPoint out? We'll have a PDF with the links that are live, so you'll be able to click on all those. We'll double check. I think the link for the level up was correct. That you might have needed to be logged in. We'll just double check that one link that was coming up with the 404 to make sure before I send it out. And yeah, I think, like you said, we're having a great partner marketing day in DynamicsCon. So if you're joining, please take a look at that and consider joining that early on Tuesday, because you're going to have a kind of face-to-face time with folks who are doing this on a day-to-day basis, which I think is pretty important from a networking standpoint. So there were a couple questions, but we are running a little short on time. If you have a second, I can pop up a couple that we might be able to get to. It seemed pretty easy. We were talking about MW transacting partner, Sanju. Can you just identify what that means, an MW transacting partner?
That's modern work, like an example.
Yep.
So Microsoft 365, Office 365, and AI.
Perfect. We answered a question about having to be certified to get the funded engagements, which was great. That was one that came up. One other question for AI-powered business copilot in the business apps, do you need to get the MW colleagues to claim to realize the value? If that question makes sense.
I'm sorry, Bobby, could you repeat that, please?
Yeah, for the AI-powered business copilot for biz apps, do you need to get the MW colleagues to claim to realize the value?
I'm not sure if I'm getting that question right, but if you are the partner who has offered, like if there is a modern work partner who's already sold the license, not sold, who's pitching the licenses to the customer, then of course they will be the ones who would have offered the engagement as well. And I would request that you will have to look at that P2P motion, work with a modern work partner, because like I said, there's only once that you can offer a specific workload engagement to a customer. That will have to be between you or the modern work partner. In this case, I don't know why the partner would not have already offered those workshops.
And probably one last one. If you have a global MPN in the US and in Canada, are you able to combine those to get to your designation, or are they separate? Do you know that?
Yeah, so I think I might have responded to that. I don't know if Benton has a comment or whatever, but yes, you first and foremost, designations is not earned at a region level. So you have one designation, right? So you might want to probably roll up if your global MPN is in the US, you might have to roll up the Canadian one as well. So the partner center, that's where you go and create the ticket, and they will help you with that roll up. But yeah, you just earn your designation once, which would be valid for all the location sub IDs that you have.
Great. I think that's probably what we have time for. Really appreciate the information today. Anybody have any last thoughts before we let everybody go? But it was great presentation. Glad we got to get a lot of this good information out.
Yeah, thank you so much, Scott. I just want to say thanks to Scott, Lauren, and Bobby. Bobby for doing this, and Scott for participating, and Lauren. And thanks, folks, for joining. Hopefully, we were able to share some good information here.
Thanks, Sanju. And obviously,
Yep.
yeah, thanks, Bonnie, Bobby. Been a great host.
Yep. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Bye, everyone.